Also live now. Hi, everyone at home.
You
Just
did it to
now.
us again.
Normally you tell us that like the trailer's running and things are happening and
I
Stella
literally
died.
did. Well, I can't stop the last one, but I did tell you that. I literally said, "Hey, I'm running the trailers now." But I think
Chad, I'm so sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
Beth is knee deep in exciting things that I haven't talked about on this yet. So we're just gonna let them go while I do my spiel that I get to do every time. Hi! Welcome! DieFall presents Ruin, an original 5th edition D&D cooperative campaign featuring 3 heroic odysseys to escape hell. 3 parties embark on unique journeys through the many layers of hell where their actions will lead to consequences for one another. First consequence is what this party did last time. Heck yeah! Welcome to Team Auric. There are 3 ways our viewers can interact with this game. First, you can invoke Fate by using !Fate for various effects, plus $2 for a +2 to a roll, $5 for a reroll, $10 for a nat 20, $20 for a draw from the deck of many, which I just saw one of those, so I'll have to take a look at that, and $69 to invoke Chaos. Hit, nice. Be sure to identify the player you want to influence, otherwise I have no idea. Thank you. Second, every 10 retweets will grant a nat 20 to a random player at the table, which we just did our first one, so thank you very much, chat. Appreciate it. Third, patrons may participate in various minigames within the Shard of Discord, the central location of our campaign that we will be getting to. These minigames affect world building, story, setting, NPCs, future events. Use Patreon in the chat for more information. Yesterday afternoon, we actually had our first Shard of Discord stream and update, and the first crisis that those players have to handle. So come play a game I designed, smile. That being said, welcome, cast. Wow, look at all of you. Bright, shining faces. Wow. How you guys doing? You feeling pretty good? Doing all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Beth's the only one talking to me right now, so I'm a little worried about everyone else here.
We're good.
Yeah? Good.
We're good.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Jesus.
Is that what you wanted? You wanted chaos? Abrupt chaos?
Yes, God. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's perfect.
We're good.
Why?
Okay.
Why is
I think
she
Stella's
didn't roll
ready.
a goblin? I'll never understand.
Oh my God, Stella, you need to play a goblin. You always play like hot, dignified women, but I need to see a Stella goblin.
I can do that. Joel, you need me. You need me on the. You need me to be cast as someone else.
Yeah. Well,
Can I
you know
play
what?
an
We'll
NPC?
handle it. Yes.
I'll play an NPC.
We can do that.
Just-
We can do that.
Hello there.
Have like some kind of like bog hag, like put a curse on her and she becomes a goblin.
Wait. Yeah. Wait.
But she's
can
a
I be
fiery
stripper goblin?
Fiery
Is
stripper
that her
goblin.
badge?
Stripper goblin.
I want to be a
Stripper
stripper
goblin.
goblin. I want to have the tassel. What are those called?
The
Little
titty
Pasties.
tassels?
Pasties.
The-
Titty tassels.
Titty
Yeah. What are those
tassel?
called?
Pasties? Is that pasties?
Yeah.
pasties,
Yeah, I
yes,
want
pasties.
I've made
that.
that mistake in the past.
I want that.
Is
Well, I
it
want
not
the tassels.
Pastries?
I mean, you can put them in your mouth.
I mean, you can put pastries on your titties, but I think that's an
cinnamon
OnlyFans
rolls.
thing.
Oh well,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh my
Well,
God, my
give it for
goblin's
now.
name is gonna be Cinnamon. Yes, she's gonna be Cinnamon.
Wait, is she from the lower east side of Baldur's Gate?
Sure.
Oh my God.
And she's stripping
Her gimmick is that she
at
rolls into the
at the
stage?
duck inn.
Yes.
You have to duck to get in.
Oh
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Pay off
cinnamon rolling.
you to pay for college.
Cinnamon roll the goblin stripper. Wow.
Oh,
Dude,
Named
does she
Cinnamon
not
because
sound
of
her
her
complexion?
inspired. This is inspired.
Yes. Yes,
She's
that's her
rich.
favorite shade
She's
of bronzer
loaded.
that she puts
she's
on her face.
loaded.
Yeah, she could be your sugar mama, Joel. Why are you making fun of Cinnamon?
I would never.
Oh, cinnamon sugar mama.
Oh.
Yeah, right?
Dude, she's fierce. She's fierce.
Oh yeah, she's little, but she'll kick your ass.
I'm already
Little ones, you gotta
crying.
watch out for those spicy little ones.
Oh yeah.
Please. I you know what, I asked for this. It's totally God damn. What have I done?
I am going to make her a character. Thank you, Beth, for the inspiration.
Oh.
Joel, can you
God.
run a stripper game and we'll all be strippers?
Please, a one-off.
my
A
God.
one-off, please.
Please, just a one-off. Yeah, you don't have to commit to
Yeah.
it too long.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, a stripper game.
With
You
the
know what?
tassels.
They're magic items.
They're magic items.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
all magic items.
Wait, okay. When I cast Detect Magic with her, they're gonna like
Do they
Point out.
helicopter?
There's a point. Nice.
Oh God, we're terrible.
Oh
What are
god.
we doing? Like, what's happening here?
I feel like
It's
the
our
more
warm-up.
consecutive spins she gets on her tassels, the more damage her spells would do.
Roll
for
for
spin.
tassels.
Like, do we do like a random roll? Like just
Dude,
a
it's
random
like-
roll to determine the how
Yeah,
fast they
it's-
spin?
It's like
Do
windmills.
we roll percentile? Do we roll
Uh-huh.
percentile
It's like
or we just roll a
windmills.
d20?
If you nat fail, then it falls off and you're embarrassed for 6 seconds.
And everyone talks about it on Twitter for like the next like day or
Cinnamon knows
so.
no shame. Cinnamon knows no shame.
What if Cinnamon doesn't have nipples and that's why she wears the tassels and that's your secret the whole
Oh, that's the
campaign?
whole camp.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my
she has
god!
little, yeah, she has little hearts tattooed where they should be.
Bro.
She doesn't wear her heart on her sleeve. She wears her hearts on her boobs.
Bro. Oh, I love this. God, this is good. See, this is
Gone.
what I asked for, and now the warm-up has happened. We're good. We've done it. God, you
We're
guys
here.
are good. Thank you for
Full
this. This is fantastic. We didn't break everything while setting up, so that's a vast improvement over last Thursday. So thank you everyone for your patience on that. But we're here to play potentially Dungeons and Dragons or talk about Goblin Titty Tassels for the next 3 hours, which honestly totally down for if you guys just want to do this as a one-off podcast.
Yes! Yes, please!
Ruined lap dance. God no.
Look,
Yeah, about to
can
ruin
we get
some
like all the
ears
likes
with
up?
this description.
This is this
Getting
is
like a bunch of likes and retweets, and then like we can totally do it.
Yeah, I think since this, you said earlier that this group has met the most times out of all the
Indeed,
groups, so we don't
indeed.
want to get too far ahead in the campaign. So if
Right.
you need us to like
Yeah,
take a week
yeah.
to just re-roll some stripper characters, do a little side hustle, and then get back into
Yeah,
it.
give me my tassels, bitch.
I mean, God, well, in 2 weeks we're supposed to have ours on the 19th, and we were supposed to do a thing. But I mean, if you want to like,
Ooh.
No, we're not gonna do that for that thing.
no, you're right.
So then it would be a Halloween
you don't want- Beth, you
themed
don't wanna see me
fiery
like that?
stripper goblin.
I don't want him to see me like that. Stella, what we have going on is its
Okay,
own
true,
thing. But
true.
I don't want to wear Chad. It's Halloween, and you're not allowed to vote on which campaign you want to see us dressed up as.
Beth's making an executive decision here.
She doesn't want the whirlwind.
Protecting my nippies.
Ooh.
I'm married.
It's like veto.
Wait, Blurred is too, aren't you?
Yes. Yes.
I
But
mean,
I mean, you know, mine are just out there. You know, there's nothing special.
we're just out there.
The-
So do mine are just out there.
Yeah, me and
Well, I mean,
Blurred
the
gotta
most
show off
interesting
them
thing-
moves, man. We gotta-
Oh yeah. Well, honestly, the most interesting thing about them is that they're peers. That's literally the only interesting
They're
thing about
peers?
them.
That's hot!
That's literally the only
God
interesting thing about
damn.
Wait
All
a
right.
minute!
Things I didn't know about Ernie. Here we
them.
are.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I
It's
am-
like way more interesting than probably all of ours.
That's accurate.
I mean, I
The most
guess.
interesting thing about them is like the most interesting thing that you
Well, like I've had them. Like, I'm almost 40. I've had them since I was like 19.
Wow.
And they didn't reject.
No, never did. Never did.
Man.
If anything, they accepted. They're just like, well, this is where we live now. All right. Well, this is the thing. We're just gonna rest here
so
for a while.
would it be weird if for Christmas I got you a pair of nipple rings then? For you to like...
No, actually, I mean, you know,
With
they
or
need to be
without
changed.
tassels,
They have to be
though?
changed ever so often.
No, not
Oh, if
tassels,
they have
but like...
tassel, oh,
you're
God.
a comic fan, so what if they're like Marvel themed or something? That'd be kind of sick, right?
That would be awesome. I mean,
You'd be
you
like,
know,
hey, ask me about my superheroes.
yeah. I mean, if anything, my wife would get a kick out of them.
Oh, you're welcome, bro.
She
I
looks
got
at
you.
them more than I
I
do.
got you.
mean.
You should draw like a figure of Thor with like his arm up directly underneath your nipple, and then the piercing is the hammer.
Oh my God.
They're just like. I mean, honestly, I would need the power of Thor to hold them up. So.
Oh, it's perfect. I need the power of Thor to hold them up.
Just like. Yeah, I mean, it's the thing. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't even know how do we even bring it back from that?
I make you
I
roll
have
dice.
other ideas.
Okay, make us roll dice.
Roll d20s for me now. But Beth, I need to see the ideas.
Right now.
We're gonna open up the DieFall
I did it wrong.
nipple ring consortium. Where all of your nipple ring design needs. Wow.
It's just the healing
Well, that
process
was a
seems
waste.
so like
Damn,
like
man.
I work out so much that I'm just like I can't take time off for that.
I considered it back in
Yeah.
college, but I wasn't
Same.
single for long
Wait,
enough.
is it like a long healing process?
Yeah. At least for the ladies, because
Is it?
these things be like fucking everywhere. Go up
mean,
and down the stairs, it's fucking bouncing around. How the fuck are they
Okay.
supposed to heal when they're moving, bitch?
I don't know. I don't know the process. I've never considered it for this long. This is literally the longest I've ever talked about nipple piercings
And like
in my
how
life.
Finn's just in the corner, he's just like, yep, she got a yep. mhm.
She ain't wrong.
I mean, to be
Hey,
fair,
wrong.
you don't realize how much your nipples rub up against stuff
Yeah.
until they do. So you're like, oh, whoa, whoa. Like somebody brushes up against you, like, whoa, bro.
We just rolled some dice for recap. We've got a couple of nat 20s in here, a 19, a 7, and a 5.
Shut up. Don't say it like that.
And a 5.
I wonder
Fortunately,
who's the 5.
Yeah, I wonder.
Fortunately, due to the loving and care from chat and retweeting our Go Live tweet, you are actually gifted a natural 20 to use sometime in tonight's game, but you do have to do the recap for the show from 2 weeks ago.
Oh, God.
So, Stella,
Oh!
It's me again?
how about you, run it
Wait,
down
but I
for
did
us?
this yesterday. I did this last time.
Now,
It's me again.
don't roll so low.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna slap you in the face with a tassel.
Well,
All right. Wait, wait.
well,
No. Okay. All right. All right. Let's
Tackle it.
see. Wait. Okay. Last time. What?
Sorry, I meant Simply's over here like. That was good.
I am a very mental image heavy person, and you guys are giving me way too much information today.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a lot of strange images swimming in my head right now.
Oh well,
It's just-
just stop that. We'll drain the pool.
this is
I got,
one of
like,
those things.
goblin,
I
I
guess
got like moobs over here next to goblin titties, and I'm just like, wow, I haven't even finished my coffee yet.
What is it called when you do D&D not on a table, but it's like Symphony of the Mind?
Theater?
It's not
Theater-
symphony.
theater.
Oh, theater.
Theater.
Yeah,
No,
theater
I
of the
love
mind.
Symphony of
That
the
was,
Mind.
like,
That's
the best way to-
fantastic.
yeah, that's a better
I love
way to
that.
describe it than theater.
It's a symphony
Yeah.
of the mind.
Yeah.
Oh,
It makes it sound epic.
but okay.
Okay, well, what kind of music do titties emit? Because that's what's going on.
Maracas.
As I simply
Whatever.
said.
maracas.
We've Simply hates us now.
No. As you guys were discussing your character choice for a strip club, I was like, I have to just be the bouncer. I would have to just be the bouncer. There's no way I can do.
Can I
The
be like
buffet, I'll
Bernie
just lay
Mac?
there.
Bernie Mac.
Can I be Bernie Mac in the Players Club? I just want to say weird stuff.
Yeah,
and
just be in the corner and say some
and just
shit.
hang back.
Oh,
God.
this is.
All right, so you want me to recap, Joel? I'm
I
sorry
wa-
for
I-
overrunning.
No. This has been great, but please, yes, we should probably play D&D. These people are here for that, I think. I'm not sure anymore.
At this point, we don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. So we finished up the fight. That is the second one, right? Yeah, we did. We finished the fight. I made a human wick out of all the dead bodies that we found at the house. Lined it up on all the way from the road, and we lit it on fire because we found some corn babies that like are supposedly the army that the king is growing. And they're using like human blood or like some weird like gross liquid from humans to grow stuff from this field. And yeah, so we blew it up. we walked away. We came back to the Duck Inn, where you have to duck to get in and to get out. And we confronted Andre. Andre, right? It was Andre.
Yeah.
Andre sounds right. Yeah,
Andre's right.
yeah. We confronted him, and he ended up being the... Thank you.
I was just gonna remind you about the corn babies.
Corn babies.
I said corn babies!
I know, but I wanted to just show everyone at home what
Thank
they look
you.
like.
Beautiful. So we confronted Andre, and when Dressé pushed his face up against the window, he didn't like that very much, and he grew into this weird, like, creature of death, and he had a pet snake that was the red-eyed duck on the wall, and we fought him. I almost died, but I didn't. And we ended up killing him, and he said we have no idea what we started, so now we're here.
Yeah. To fill it out a little bit, before blowing up the entire farm and the corn babies, the party they did do some investigating of the farmhouse and the barn there, and found that there had been some actions being taken by the people there, where they were draining the victims, apparently people that came before our party, of some kind of fluid or something, and were utilizing that to feed these corn babies. Yeah. Where we find ourselves, though, is right in the aftermath of battle. And I guess we'll just go ahead and let's drag you over here for a little reminder about how that all shook out. Andres, where you have to duck to get in and out, turned into a bit of a war zone here. And, well, the party was victorious. It almost cost them their lives. But we find ourselves directly in the aftermath of that. So, what do you all want to do?
Search
Search
the dead.
Search the dead. Ah, yes. The duck that is no longer a duck, but became a rather snake-like bone creature, doesn't have anything on it. It is a creature of bones that has kind of fallen apart once it was defeated here. But yeah, Andre, though. Andre has some things on him. We might as well discuss some of them. And I think that it's a good part for us to bring up our our first card as well, since this is just something that we do here, and there have been 3 deck of many cards already
Wow.
bought.
Damn.
It's good.
Thank
It's
you,
good.
Thank you for supporting us.
Wow.
Yes,
Yes,
thank you very
for the
much.
gifts that we definitely appreciate. Definitely didn't blow up in my face at one point.
Yeah, absolutely.
We thank you.
So, I'm gonna shrink this a little. Ooh, I thought I was gonna shrink it. It didn't shrink as much as I wanted it to. This is Finn's card. Finn, as you make your way over to Andre and begin to pick through the pockets, if
Right.
you will, you do find something. A satchel covered in these runes.
To
And
recognize them.
roll me a Arcana check.
Right on.
Nice. Yeah, I think you do. You've drawn the Sun card. You gain a wondrous magical item. And what you have found here is a magical alchemical kit. You can use this kit as long as it's on your person with no need to draw or stow it. But you have advantage on all things investigation and insight and perception on alchemical things and poisons, as well as you gain proficiency with the Poisoner's Kit as part of this upgrade. So you are now very good at making alchemical supplies and poisons.
What do we call this thing?
I'll give you a little handout for it. Don't worry.
Oh, perfect.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's
That is legit.
It'll be very
surprisingly in character, too.
So you find that on Andre. Also, amongst Andre's person, you do find a couple more of those coins, the ones that you had found at the farm itself. The Tessirwin coins, the ones with the mask on the one side and the triquetra on the other there.
How
I
many?
remember these.
Let's call it 10 that he has on his pockets, but I think it kind of gives you the idea that there might be more to this, that he might be more involved.
I will call the nearest friend over, who will be Dressé.
Mhm.
We have more of these coins on him. He offers them to Dressé.
I will take one. We didn't figure out what those meant, right? Like no one really had a connection last time.
Yeah, so we haven't had much time to think about it, right?
Okay.
And I think for the party, you're very used to dealing in gold coins, silver coins, copper, things like that. Now, sometimes from the cities and realms that you are from, they will be stamped with specifics from the city that they were minted in. Some of them are by different weight and things like that, as gold coins can be. But obviously, these here, you do not recognize. These are new to you in the way that they are built, and they seem to be of silver, but it's not of any coin make that you're familiar with.
Okay.
I think B, who, if I remember correctly, has 1 HP left,
Indeed.
is gonna drag her raggedy ass behind the bar and just start looking for the most expensive liquor that she can find.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Roll me an investigation. You might as well,
Yeah.
because we like rolling here. You know.
How'd I do?
You don't. That's a 0. You don't find anything expensive, but B, you find the hard stuff. This is the stuff that you could probably clean all the blood off yourself with while you drink it.
I guess I'm gonna do that.
You're good at looking for things. It kind of just tells me that like B just went over there and just picked up a bottle. It doesn't
Yeah.
really like look for anything, but just
B's
picks
dirty.
it up.
B's like more hurt than I think she has ever been. She's confused, like can't remember how she got here. That we had to fight Big Snake. Corn babies. There's a lot going on, so I think she's just gonna take a hit of this nasty, nasty swill. Let it spill down her décolletage, and it's okay because it's messy and it's just gonna keep being messy. She's, ooh.
Nice. Okay. Pen, what are you up to?
I am. That's a good question. You know what? I'm going to. We've already looked over Andre. I'm going to, I guess, just kind of look around. You see if there's anything else that. Maybe just start scanning around the entire room. See if maybe there's any clues as to what the heck just happened.
Roll me a perception check.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, it's really conspicuous that the entire room is empty of all the patrons that were here.
Where did everyone go? There was initially a crowd of people when we first entered, and suddenly when Andre, or what used to be Andre, was accosted by the Lady Dressé, suddenly everyone was gone.
I don't spend very much time in bars, but I'd imagine that when a fight happens, everybody runs.
But there's no, it doesn't seem to be any sign of anyone leaving. They just simply are gone. Interesting.
Balra, what are you up to?
We kind of discussed this at the end of session or after session last time, but I don't remember where we landed based on Andre mentioning the fact that he was a herald. What would Balra know anything about this based on her religion or her deity of choice or?
I think so for Balra here, I think because we said that kind of out of character. That was a player knowledge thing.
I just couldn't remember where we landed, and it's been a minute.
We haven't obviously Andre is more than what met the eye. I think what I would like from you is if obviously we found that there's a lot of weird things happening here. If Balra has recognized the strangeness of the place that you're in, if she recognizes where that might be and what might have happened. So I kind of want a religion check.
Sure.
Okay.
Ooh.
Is she still behind the bar?
Yeah, I feel like even with potentially be slopping down some alcohol next to her, she's just kind of staring at this thing that we just defeated and probably like trying to be like and thinking and remembering what she would know about a herald at the moment. Just imagine the side notes and just at her feet behind the bar.
Just like bumping into her.
Get out of my way, I gotta get what is that bottle over there?
This is good. So I think what you recognize is that you remember some old texts that you were reading in like really early on in your studies that you found like probably pretty boring because they were like the structure of the like hierarchy of the cult of death, right? And like in some of the servants of death. And you remember there being like, oh yeah, there was references to the heralds of death. They served death in much the way that we would see like Charon did in ushering souls from one side to the other. There were multiple though. There were actually 3. And I think like Andre is really similar to the name Odysseys, which you had in your books. And it might be the tie-in point for you there to think about it. Because there's a lot of things that the party has gone through so far that kind of suggest that like maybe you are on the other side.
I feel like for argument's sake, I mean, if she's kind of going, Andre, what was the name on that you mentioned that Andre sounds close to again? Odysseys, and she's probably like, Andre, it's just something doesn't feel right about this. She's like probably trying to talk to B, and she's like, I don't know if we should have done that, and
Ballroom, this one looks like you. And I found an alcohol that's like really like a black alcohol.
Oh God.
Some black booze, and I put it up on that one. You should have a shot.
Thanks.
That one looks like you.
And she'll be like, oh sure, and pour herself a shot, because what time now after you've killed a potential Herald of Death, I guess.
Wait, hold on. Did you just tell me that we killed a Herald of Death?
Maybe. Hopefully not, because
Thaddeus would be handing out those coins to the rest of the group, by the way.
Sure.
If that's contextually important to anyone.
you know,
a herald, that seems important.
Other things, I don't know, right?
What would happen if we did kill a Herald of Death?
I would be in a lot of trouble. He did say we didn't know what with the trouble we have done.
But he didn't tell us until after he died.
Why would a Herald of Death be here? You seem to know about this.
I don't know why we're here. I mean,
where is here?
That's what did you guys remember anything before being in the Duck Inn before we met? It feels weird, and now I don't think I've never seen a herald other than in books before. I'm not saying it's the same. I'm just saying I don't. It could be. And she like takes her shot.
Do you remember Andre saying that he's here to ease the passing of people? Are we? Does that have to do with us?
If
By any
are
chance?
you suggesting that we might be dead? Cause I feel terrible, and I was told that when it happened, it's a resting time. It's a resting time up in the sky. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't a rest. I don't feel well rested at all. Look at me. Damn it.
Thaddeus will walk over to B. All right, madam, why don't you just have a seat? I'll tend to your clothings here. Try to re-obtain some sense of decorum while we figure out this situation.
And I'm gonna just like bitterly slough over to a chair. I'm gonna pick up my cape, which I dropped on the ground, and I'm just gonna ball it up on my lap and sit down like a pissy 40-year-old child.
So, okay. He pulls out what Stella called the magic eraser. And once again, we'll begin to clean B, but he's addressing Balra. Perhaps you should tell us what you know about Heralds of Death, where one might find them, what it is they do, and why we could potentially be involved with one.
I mean, firstly, I don't know much more than what I read when I was younger. I just remember some books talking about the hierarchy and the cult of death, and how heralds are pretty high up there. Jill, remind me of the name again, because I forgot to write it down, please. I'm so sorry. Andresius. And she tells you, Andre Andresius was one of the heralds. It could be the same, but as far as I know, I mean, Heralds of Death could be anywhere. I don't know what specifically would tie them to wherever we are or why we would be here either. I don't know. I'm sorry. I do know that, we saw the paperwork, the note earlier that, mentioned the second death, right? And, I feel very alive, but, I don't know.
But
Gadarian.
She pulls your nose to fill a shot.
Gadarian, I think what that's the only lead we've got, right? Gadarian, the leader of this here world, this realm, this area. He's behind all them corn babies. And we just killed the only lead we had.
I don't know where he is though.
Joel, I don't like that look on your face.
No, what? No. Whoa, I've done nothing.
Oh. I know that look.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, I'm nervous now.
What? Oh, no.
It looks something like this.
It did not.
Got him.
Oh, God.
Well-
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Balra, when we were outside before we went into the inn or the bar, didn't you say that people outside you interacted with felt dead?
Well, I talked to the lady that was at doing the clothing line, and I tried to see if I could sense any life in her, and she was there talking and seemed lively enough, but that feeling of just the spark in somebody, it wasn't there with her. And then the more I noticed, it wasn't there with really anybody around us at that point.
I have a question.
Pan. Oh,
Go ahead.
Pan, you said that suddenly nobody was here in this here Duck Inn. Do you mind taking a peek outside, see if that tracks for the rest of the town?
That is a very astute observation. I will go do that.
While he's searching, they mentioned whether or not Balra could tell if somebody felt dead. Do I know of any magics that are able to accomplish that task? To determine whether something is alive, dead, or undead?
I think you would know that many clerics and paladins have this capability through their training that they can, paladins specifically, can smell undeath.
Okay.
Huh.
I don't suppose anyone here has any magics to determine with finality if not just the people we're encountering are dead, but if we ourselves are.
I pinched Thaddeus.
Thaddeus, you feel the pinch, much like you felt the pain while you were fighting.
That is one test, Miss Perennial. Thank you.
Is Thaddeus saying this in the room, but like looking at Balra?
He would have looked at her, but he would have looked around because he doesn't fully know everyone's capabilities yet.
DM, if I had used Eyes of the Grave on the party, would I get the same sense that I got with the NPCs?
Post Eyes of the Grave for me again. Let's
scared.
read it out.
I don't like the way he's talking.
You
Yeah,
can.
I feel like maybe we're dead.
Yeah, I don't know.
You gain the ability to occasionally sense the presence of undead, whose existence is an insult to the natural cycle of life. With an action, you can open your awareness to magically detect undead till the end of your next turn. You know the location of any undead within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover, etc., etc. Very similarly to the outside, there's no undead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys, did you recognize the weird tone he used? Where he
didn't
said
mention living.
undead, and there was like a
Right.
wink. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
This
He's like,
is
there's
like
not
lawyering
zombies,
here.
but
I mean, it's not undead.
It doesn't detect life or death. It detects whether something has been reanimated in some way.
yeah.
What does she get out of that?
There's no undead.
Okay.
You fuck.
I'm. It could be because I'm sorry. I tried to see and feel about you guys, Thaddeus, but it might be the liquor. Tastes like licorice. It's very good.
He
but
takes
I
a
can't get a
swig.
read on you guys.
Uncharacteristically, we'll just take a swig.
Thaddeus.
Extreme measures for extreme moments, madam.
Are you drunk already?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Apologies for my indiscretion, but the moment called for it.
Apology accepted. The moment does indeed call for it. I am gonna second guess taking another shot of what I was drinking, however, because that tastes, pardon my language, bad.
Thaddeus,
Yeah.
I have a question.
Pen's just standing.
Pen's just looking around outside.
Sorry,
we'll
Pen.
get to you, Pen. Hang on. We'll get there.
Take it up.
It
You know
makes
how they were
sense.
drawing that liquid from the people who were down here at the farm?
I do recall.
I wonder if we would draw the same from us.
I volunteer.
Oh, okay. Great. I was gonna say I do not volunteer, so I wasn't expecting that out of you, Thaddeus. It's quite an unusual day.
You appear to have given enough already today.
Just hard cut, panning shot on B.
Just like a mess. Just a mess.
Wretched,
Yeah.
matted, bloody.
Oh. Yeah.
So he'll take his jacket off.
Balra will like stop you and be like, I think we're all after that fight. I don't know what much. I don't know if I'm in the capable brain space of figuring out how to make that happen right now, but we rest a minute and then we can go find the equipment they had or something. I don't even know if I have a syringe. Just kind of pats her pockets and stuff. But maybe that's something we can try.
I found some instrumentation on that gentleman back there. Perhaps you could look it over and makeshift something.
Okay.
Let's
So he'll offer her some of the tools he found.
You look in the bag and it's really an empty bag. But when you reach inside of it and you figure you want something for an alchemical purpose, you pull out the thing you need.
Oh, that is wild.
Huh.
Wow.
Well, he will think about pulling out a syringe for alchemical injection and see what happens.
You pull out a syringe for alchemical injections.
Well, that certainly was something.
It looks suspiciously like the ones you found in the barn.
How similar?
I imagine you might have thought about it because you needed it to do the same job.
That's a bit meta right there. Strange.
While you consider that, let's catch up with Penn, who's ducked out of Andre's Duck Inn and out into the nice little town of Breadbettle. It's beautiful out here, Penn.
Oh.
It's like no one even noticed that anything had happened at the inn.
Huh. Like people are still like moving around, going about doing their normal day-to-day
People are
whatever.
still going about their daily business. You note again, per your internal clock, that sun should have moved and has not.
I want to approach the first person. Like I guess whatever the nearest person is.
Yeah, kind of a grizzled older dude who seems to be trundling along with a cart, and he's got a mangy little dog next to him.
I'm gonna when I approach hi,
Yeah.
sir,
Hello there.
and little animal. I have a question.
Shoot.
Have you heard anything strange? Any, I don't know, commotion? Maybe particularly coming from the Duck Inn, where you have to duck to get in.
Well, there's all sorts of commotion that comes out of the Duck Inn every once in a while. It's always packed full of people.
I mean more of a disturbance.
Disturbance.
Maybe a melee of sorts.
A melee? Now, I don't think anyone's been fighting here in Breadbittle in, well, since I was born here.
Oh. How long have you been outside the Duck Inn?
How long have I been outside the Duck? Well, today, it looks up at the sun. Well, it's about, 2 p.m.-ish. I think I've been probably out and about the town here a couple hours or so.
Have you noticed anyone leave? Other than myself, of course.
Well, people come and go from Andre's all the time. It's got all that duck. People seem to like it a whole heck of a lot.
So I understand. But have you noticed, I don't know, any number of people trying to crawl out of this, exit and entryway? Maybe as if they were running for their lives. As if they would have stayed, they would very likely die.
Now, sir. Now, no one like that fears for their lives in Breadbittle. Look about you. It's comfortable. It's warm. We ain't seen a lick of trouble ever, as far as I can tell. It's nice here. Now, you wouldn't be trying to bring any trouble to our fair little town, would you?
Oh, me? No, of course not. But I do have a question. Are you familiar with the proprietor of the Duck Inn, Andre?
Well, the last time I saw Andre was, probably a couple days ago. Roll me an insight check.
All right.
This is interesting.
This is weird.
This man has no idea what day it is.
Wait.
He does not know. You're looking at him and you see this like empty, glassy-eyed look. He's just saying things. There's no recognition. He could have seen Andre today, but the sun hasn't moved. So was it a couple of days ago? Time doesn't seem to pass here. He's lived here his whole life? How long is that? When was that? What is time?
Sir, thank you for your time. I give my parting to you, and I hope that you have a lovely day in your confusion and you're not knowing anything.
I ain't confused. Me and Rufus here are just, going about our errands, bringing in the crop from the orchard.
When I look at Rufus, does I'm assuming Rufus being
Roll an insight check on Rufus.
Oh God! I've never done this before. I've never rolled an insight check.
Does Rufus
on a
have
dog.
cognition? Is he in a prison of his own mind?
Oh no! Well, we'll never find out.
Oh no!
I say a 7 for the good people at home. Rufus, you watched as Rufus was like wagging his tail while watching you, and then as your questions went on, he kind of stopped and sat down and cocked its head and was just looking at you. You don't really. I think Penn, as you being who you are, may not have much insight onto animals and their behavior.
I'm just gonna lean down and look back up at the gentleman and say, "May I?" And gesture as if I want to pet the dog.
Well, Rufus loves the little scritches behind the ears. You got to get in all nice and deep like.
Huh. I will give that a try. And then I just start patting him awkwardly.
Pat. Rufus doesn't seem to mind. Just kind of blinks every time you pat him in the head. But yes, in this game, you are able to pet the dog.
Yay!
10 out of 10. We'll play
It's
again.
a real game.
But yeah, you look around and everyone seems much the same. No one's recognized any of the commotion from inside. You look back at Andre's Duck Inn and it seems pristine, normal.
I want to try something. Just, shot in the dark here. Looking around at everybody and realizing just how they don't really seem to be bothered by anything. I'm going to... I was other than the Duck Inn, are there any other structures, anything I guess another nearby house or building store?
Sure, yeah, there's plenty of things in Bread Battle. Hang on a second, I will we'll talk about it again. Locations. Bread Battle. The idyllic farm town here. There's an apothecary, a one-room schoolhouse, a couple of areas devoted for worship, but not really established structures, mostly just shrines that are kind of outdoors here. The general store and blacksmith combo, and your tavern that you are at right here. As well as the kind of the meeting house, which is actually just the town mayor's home. But, the civil structure. There are also other houses around, and people seem to live here.
Just to test something. Whatever is the closest building to me. While I'm talking to this gentleman, and after I've done petting Rufus awkwardly, I'm just gonna immediately look at him and say, "Excuse me one moment, I must test something." And I'm gonna just point my hand at the nearest structure and shoot a firebolt at it and see if anybody responds.
Yes!
Yeah. It goes off at the nearest house.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah. You roll a natural 20 to hit the side of a house. It hits and scorches the side of it. And you note that the man looking at you is just kind of sitting there. He's like, and he doesn't seem to take note of what you
What the
did.
fuck?
but you look down at Rufus, and the dog is standing and kind of baring its teeth at you.
What does Rufus know?
The dog
Who can speak to
knows
animals?
something. Sir, would you mind staying here for a moment?
I got errands to run, son, but I suppose I can sit here for a moment.
Don't worry, I'm sure you've been here for quite some time, as you don't really seem to know what day or time that it really is, and I do. But I won't bother you with that sort of trivial nonsense for you. I will be right back. You won't even notice that I've left. And then I'm going to turn and duck my way back into the duck in, and I'm going to ask Thaddeus to come outside.
Well.
His arms like.
He's like, wait, hang on.
What?
Well,
I forgot. Yeah,
going to
Thaddeus
do
is in the
that.
middle of some is in the middle of some business.
He was going to do that, but Balmer said she wanted to wait until we rested. So.
Gotcha. I'm gonna approach Thaddeus. Mr. McCormick. I'm curious if you would follow me outside. I've made a very interesting discovery that I think will interest you.
Is it of import to the group?
Most likely.
He looks around. Perhaps we should all take a look at this discovery. What do you think, Pendulum?
That would be for the best.
He'll sling
And I
his
just
coat over his
gestured.
shoulder and follow.
Don't forget, we must duck.
Yes,
You have to
of
duck
course.
to get out, too.
That is correct.
Thaddeus rolls down his sleeves, tosses his coat over his shoulder, and ducks out the door here, and back out into bread battle. Where he's like, "Well, I guess no needles yet."
I'm going to, I don't know if this matters, but he's going to try and like mentally steel himself against any potential suggestive magic hitting him in the head. I don't know if there's a thing that you can do for that, but now that he's expecting it,
Sure.
he's trying to acknowledge it before it takes hold.
Yeah.
Bee's still in the bar, and Penn came back and did not address her, like didn't answer her question about people outside. Bee's just gonna look at Dressay. Can you believe him?
Would you like for me to look for you and come back?
I would absolutely like for someone to answer my question. God damn.
Well, we'll be right back then.
Do you go duck to get out?
Can I cast a fireball in my hand and punch through the opening so we don't have to duck anymore?
Oh!
Please, DM.
I was wondering when that was going to happen.
Yeah,
DM.
fine.
Okay, cool.
Oh, the impish laughter.
Reel back and slam the, like, it's literally just a board tacked to, like, make people duck. And you just slam your fist into it and pop the thing off. And it goes
Yes.
scorched, scattering to the ground, where you
Dude,
no longer
Bee
have to
sees
duck.
this, Dressay, like, says, yes, I will answer your question, turns around, punches the door open, and walks out. I'm, like, into it.
The most direct route is a
that's a
straight
good
line
employee.
and not ducking. So,
Yes.
yeah, you're now outside where Thaddeus and Pendulum are observing, and you maybe stand up next to them there, and you observe as well. Yes, Pen, what did you want to have happen here?
I'm going to, and this is going to be to both of them. I'm going to explain the events that just happened. So as I stood outside, I have been talking to this gentleman and his lovely dog, and I began to take notice of something. And I'm going to talk about this man as though he is not even.
Yeah, he's
here.
just like, he's sitting there scratching his belly like he has the whole time and looking at you, and you know that it's like, he's missing a couple of teeth, he's really gray, but like, you know, he moves about pretty easily. He doesn't like His age doesn't seem to, hinder him in any way, but he's just like staring at you. And like he's very glazed eyes, much like the old woman and the children that you had met previously.
This simple elder statesman here and his lovely dog. Well, maybe less so the dog, but definitely this gentleman. He has no clue what day it is, or even
Well, now,
what time of day.
Now,
it should
hang
be.
on, it's 2 p.m. Like I said, and I do believe it's a Tuesday.
I'm gonna lean over to Thaddeus and just say, like, it's not that at all. But that's okay. You don't have to tell him that. And then I'm gonna carry on. This gentleman has taken no notice of my heinous actions in the town. It's
Hey,
almost
what
as-
now?
Oh, I forgot. He also has no clue what I just did. I used some magic at my disposal to fire off a bolt of flame at the side of a building, and no one in town took notice of it at all. It's rather suspicious, don't any of you think? The only one who seemed to have any response to my actions was Rufus, the dog.
Is there a burning building and an angry dog right now?
So firebolt is a rather more a flash of fire when it impacts. It does not necessarily set things on fire because it's not sustained long enough.
Fair.
But there is a large scorch mark on the building next to you, across from Andre's Duck Inn, or Andre's Inn, I suppose now. Rufus, though, roll me an insight check as you consider the dog.
Okay. Interesting.
That's double nat 20s.
What the hell?
Wow.
You look at Rufus, this rather small, somewhat, can't really tell what kind of dog, but it seems to be considering you, like, heavily, like, as if it's considering a course of action. It feels a little weird.
Trisay would like to pick up the dog.
Oh, now be careful with him. Now he's quite small, And you pick him up, and he like sits there and looks at you and just dead eye stare.
Oh, I stare back. I'm staring back at it.
Well, now he don't seem to be wagging his tail too much there. I don't know if he likes what you're doing. Maybe you might want to put him down.
I turn him towards Thaddeus. Does he look a little suspicious to you?
I dare say there is more than meets the eye to this one.
Mr. McCormick, what is it that you think is going on here?
Dog. This is the dog.
Oh, sorry.
Stella's holding up a stuffed bunny to her camera.
It's the dog.
His dog.
Okay.
We're role playing.
Hello there, little one. Perhaps you would be so kind as to tell us what you're doing here.
And it kind of starts to like yip a little bit. It gives a couple of small, quick barks. Pen, roll me a perception check.
Ooh, let's see what happens here.
That's a good 6. That's a good 6, Pen. I think you're rather enthralled with this action around this puppy. What are they doing? What is going on?
Dogs.
This is fascinating.
Wow. Look at what they're doing.
Is he barking in like Morse code? Like
It's not a dumb question.
It's
It's
not.
D&D.
yeah.
Go ahead. I mean, he barks a couple of times here. Both of you can roll perception checks as well.
Who's rolling?
Thaddeus and Dressay, if you would like to.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with all of the languages in Dungeons and Dragons canon, but there
13.
could be like a rhythmic dog thing.
Sure, rhythmic dog
Yeah.
thing.
Also, I mean, you know, with my background, Joel, I mean, it's not it's not a dog background, but it isn't like an animal. So, you know.
Babe rules. All animals talk to each other.
All
but not
animals
together.
talk to each other, right?
Exactly.
You also note Dressé with the 13. It looks like our friend Thaddeus here with the 7. You see 4 more dogs. Some of them larger, kind of just sitting next to some of the houses, looking out here. Some of them over by the wash lines as well, just looking over at you.
I will tuck the dog under my arm. And you said, where was the other animal?
There are 4 other dogs observing. They've all just kind of sat different locations
They're outside?
around the village, and they're all just watching.
If I move the dog around, do they trace it with their eyes and their heads? Like, do they track it?
No,
Like, are they
are
following that
watching
movement?
you.
Oh.
This poor dog just
Hostage.
I will tuck the dog under my arm and I'll walk over to one other dog.
Okay.
I would like to kneel down, look at one of the other dogs,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what my plan here was.
I don't know either. I'm interested though.
Do either myself or Thaz, we picked up on whatever?
I
it
mean,
is
you like as
Dressé
Dressé moves over, you're like, oh, look, there's other dogs.
okay,
She's like leaving.
I would
She just
like to-
walked away
Can I-
from the conversation here.
Can I look at the dog?
Real quick, I just want to come back to B, who had total faith that Dressé
That
was
Dressé
going
would
to
come
go
back.
outside. Let me know if there were people outside or not. That's the question I was wondering. She was like, "I'll do this for you." Walks away.
Okay,
it's
listen,
taking a very long time.
Yes, but listen, it's because I'm getting info for her. Okay?
I'm not, she
So-
doesn't know. She can't listen.
Anyways,
She's just
all
pissed.
right.
She's just
DM, I would like to look at this dog in the eyes and see. Is there like anything I can do to see if I get any insight on whether or not this is yet another being pretending to be like a dog, but is actually like a herald or an enemy of a higher level? Is there anything that I could do? Like,
roll insight, sure.
thank you.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, okay.
I would like to use my natural 20, please.
Okay. Normally we say you got to call that beforehand, but you know what? Fine. We'll do it
Thank you.
this way.
Use them or lose them, right?
What do you do? Like do you just like look at this dog, the new one that's here? It's kind of larger. It looks a bit shepherdish.
I'll put the other dog next to it,
Mm-hmm.
and I will look at them both, I guess.
Mm-hmm. All right. The larger one kind of cocks its head to the side and then talks to you.
Oh,
What?
boy,
I
here we go.
called it. Yes. Okay. All right.
You seem to recognize us. This is wrong. This is wrong. How have you done this?
I grabbed the dog by the chin or by the snout or whatever the.
It
Frickin' call it.
bares its teeth at you. It is not comfortable with this at all.
Flame.
I would suggest you not do that.
Oh, she's across the street from you now, bud.
Oh,
You
never
were just
mind, never
observing this happen.
Yeah, never
Dressé is now kneeling in front of a dog, got a here and fire in her hands, while this old dude is just standing next to you with a crate, like a cart of apples, and he's like, "What's she doing over there with Rufus?"
Do I
I don't
see
think you have to worry
this?
about that.
I mean, yeah, she's right across the street with
And I have
fire in her
Hurry over.
hands.
I'm gonna hurry over and put
I'm
my
gonna-
hand on her shoulder.
No. Okay. Sorry. It spoke. Talk again, dog.
He cocks its head and looks at you. Of course we speak. We've always been able to speak. How do you recognize this?
We
Perhaps
saw
a
you
little,
watching us.
a little temperance is called for right now.
The rest of them sleep. How are you awake?
Fine. I unhand the dog and I step back.
How bad does she look right now?
I mean, you guys are like fucked up, right?
Yeah,
that fight
that's what
didn't
he's
leave
worried about.
anyone unscathed. Like, you guys are messed up.
Yeah. I would prefer that if our theories are correct, you, ma'am, don't experience a second death.
Just say huffs, but releases the dog and sits down in front of it.
I promise there will be further opportunities down the road.
What do we say to the dog? What is this place? Are we dead?
Yes. We all are. But you are awake. You do not sleep.
Pendulum, please fetch Miss Perennial at post haste, please.
Oh, I was just gonna pick up the dog and carry it
I
inside.
shall. I'm gonna immediately like about face, go in the other direction and just kind of power walk towards back towards into the duck. Well, what used to be the
Yeah,
duck.
you realize you don't have to duck anymore.
Yeah, just. Oh. Oh, this is disheartening.
The hell are you doing here?
I've
Taking this
returned.
long to come back to me. Do you have something to say, Pendulum?
As a matter of fact, I do. Mr. McCormick has requested that I.
How are there people outside or not?
Well, yes. And there's also dogs.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dogs that can talk.
Ballroom, do you hear him? Yeah, that's all I was asking for. A yes or no question, Pen. If you're gonna be under my tutelage, if I'm gonna hire you later on down the line, you gotta get your act together.
Why? As a matter of fact,
he's
I
like
shall.
going off, but Paul was like, "It's Ballroom. It's Ballroom."
But did you notice the part where I said that the animals apparently something is different about them?
Oh, that is interesting. Should we go outside?
I think we should. Mr. McCormick was very clear that I should retrieve you at once.
All right, and I put my arms up.
Oh, you want some help getting up? She like bends down to like try to help B up. Oh God, she's gonna get mad at me for touching her again. And she'll help you get up to go outside.
I'm just staring at Pen to pick me up.
Oh,
Ballroom has no idea. She still tries to like reach over and help you get up. Like, do you
I will reach down and lift B up, and then I'm going to carry and just carry her out as just kind of cradling.
Cradle style? Yes. Good.
See,
Just
aren't
like-
you glad you don't have to duck anymore?
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness.
This is actually 100% more efficient. But I do miss the ducking.
To miss the ducking. Thank you. At least someone does. They so Balra, do you join them as well?
Oh yeah, Ballroom follows him out.
It's Toddle.
We watch as the last person exits the bar. And there's a bit of a shimmer and a fade in of a woman sitting at the bar now. And then a man over at one of the tables. And another woman at a different table as Balra exits.
Is this
and we don't see that.
Audience perspective or
Audience perspective for now.
Oh. Wait, was there noise or anything, or
Not
okay.
yet.
So Baller would have noticed. Cool.
So I see them
What?
approach, yes.
You see him come out, B being bridal carried by Pendulum out of Andre's used to be duck in.
I suppose we should just cut right to it. These canines here can speak, And they are of the opinion that we are all already dead.
All right, Pen, put me down.
Are you sure?
Excuse me?
You've just learned some very strange information. I didn't want you to.
Are
think
you
or fall
questioning?
down.
Are you questioning a command?
I'm just gonna let go of her.
Plop.
Do I take any damage?
No, you don't take damage. You don't take damage.
Oh,
Fortunately.
Because you could have knocked me out right then.
Mhm.
She has 1 hit point.
Oh, okay. All right. That's it. Thaddeus, take him off the list. I don't want it. That's 3 strikes in like 5 minutes.
Oh, that's quite unfortunate. He pulls out a little notebook and starts scrolling.
Yeah, now you stand in front of where Dressay was threatening a dog.
I'm sitting in front of him.
Now.
You're telling me that these dogs talk?
That is correct, and he will address the speaking dog.
Yeah.
Would you be so kind as to repeat for our compatriots here what you just told us?
And it seems very concerned. More than one. So many awake. You shouldn't be awake.
Oh, wait, you just told us that we were dead if I'm to believe my friends here.
It seems to have, like, it's trying to figure out some words. Obviously, speaking is rather new to it here. At least in the common language that you all understand. And it looks over at the farmer with the apples in the cart that's just kind of like looking over here and just scratching his belly. All the apples. He seems to have taken one out and is eating it now. No. The villagers, they sleep like that one. They are unaware. You recognize, you see. How is this? This should not be happening.
We do not have that answer. We were hoping you did.
Yeah, you tell us.
We killed a Herald of Death.
Slap pendulum.
Does it react?
Andre is dead?
He appears to be indisposed, yes.
I'll take out one of the coins that was on Andre and show it to the dog. What does this mean? What is this?
It is money?
Nothing more?
Even here, dogs do not use money.
Do I notice it having trouble with language?
Yeah, absolutely.
I will say hello to it in Celestial and see if it responds.
I can speak that too, so.
I believe I can also speak that.
Yeah. Yeah, would respond.
It
Seems
knows-
it seems a
it's-
little bit better at speaking it.
I will ask the group if any of them speak Celestial in Celestial.
Just say wait.
I
Aura
respond.
looks at you, confused.
I respond back in it.
It seems to struggle with our language, but it knows the language of the heavens.
I ask the dog again in Celestial, where are we?
I think they call this bread battle?
We know that we're in bread battle. But
This-
it's that what you were talking about with asleep and dead.
Oh.
A more cosmic scale, if you would.
We, the canines, we end up here. We have no name for this place. It is just the after. We are in the after.
Oh, it's actually just a. Oops. It's just a dog.
Yeah.
Balra will kneel and pet or reach out to like pet it.
It like leans in.
Joel, I would
Just,
like to
scooch.
go into my bag and pull out like a piece of duck and offer it as a peace offering to the doggy, and apologize in Celestial for threatening it.
Yeah, it snaps it up. Rufus looks left out.
I have one for Rufus too.
Okay. Well, Rufus is much more appreciative once that happens.
Okay.
You keep raw duck in your bag?
Shh.
This is the after.
Tell me to shh. Okay.
I don't know
Ma'am?
what you all would call it.
Well, frankly, I feel like I'm in hell.
Well, dogs don't go to hell.
All right.
I wouldn't either. I just look at me. I need to
What-
sleep on this.
What does Thaddeus know about the afterlife from his perspective? Is there
From
one?
his
Are there
perspective.
multiple? Is it multiplanar?
Roll me,
multi-universal?
gosh, his perspective. Roll me Arcana.
Right
And then
on.
for comparison, what would
What
B
would
know
history?
about the afterlife?
It would
You
be
got a
what you were
22, buddy.
taught through your upbringing and schooling, right? And if you remember it. So for Thaddeus, like
He's
thinking
got
about
Arcana
this,
and History, same
Yeah,
roll.
yeah, yeah. So thinking about
Okay.
this in like in the books you've read and like afterlife and things like that, obviously there's postulations about different ones, especially in an academic sense, right?
Mhm.
It varies quite a bit, but most agree on there being multiple planes of existence. And a lot of those in death being ascending or descending to one of those planes of existence. That seems to be a pretty agreed upon thing. Even the religions agree upon that. So there must have been something that had happened that was like confirming to this at some point in time. That being said, with the magical portion of this, I don't think you would know like arrival in death where you would be,
Mm-hmm.
right? That might be a more theological question.
Right. So academically, with that knowledge, I'm sorry, let me get this out.
Sure.
He's going to speak matter of fact. From his point of view, ignoring potential other cultural viewpoints on the afterlife, it appears we are in some sort of afterlife, but the question then lies, which one might it be? Because there are more than one as far as I am concerned.
I'm gonna ask for the dog's name.
Well, obviously one is Rufus.
Yes, but not the one that speaks.
The one that has been speaking to you, his name is Socks. You note that he's got socks.
Oh
Oh
God.
my
Okay.
God, I love him.
So,
Poor Socks.
Socks, how is it that you speak?
All canines speak. Just better here.
Drissay looks at Rufus.
And looks up at you. Rufus is new. It may take him a while.
That gives him extra scratchies. Socks, who greeted you when you entered this realm?
Thanks for a while. Andre.
And do you remember anything of your past life before you got here?
I remember being cold. I remember the street. I remember scraps. People like you yelling at me.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
I love that all of this is in Celestial too, so the rest of the party is just listening to this dog kind of bark a little
I
bit,
know.
while the rest of the party is just like in this. So Balr's
I-
just like
can I-
scratch, scratch, scratch.
Can I
Yeah, just
can I scoop up the dog and give him a hug?
You would
I will
scoop up the
translate.
socks. Yeah.
Yes,
I'll
I'm gonna
translate.
scoop up Socks and hug
Isn't your
him.
body like made of fire?
Well, he said that he thought of cold before he died. Okay, so I'm keeping him warm. This is my dog now.
Luckily, Drissay can regulate temperature.
Yes.
Inflammability. Otherwise, it would be very dangerous to be anywhere near her. And Socks like gets that wide-eyed dog look as you like pick him up, and just like waits, and you're just like holding him, and just like relaxes after a while.
At some point during all this action, like Balra probably asks Thaddeus, like,
He's gonna be actively translating, so the other two aren't left out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Socks, who is hopefully less upset with me. Do you know of anyone else who's awake?
Rufus is awake, but new. And Andre was awake. And he like looks around, and you know, like the other dogs seem to have like relaxed a little bit. So one of them's like laying on the ground. It's got its head on its paws. Like the other canine, we are awake. Some
other...
two legs are awake. They move in and about in bread battles sometimes. They visit Andre.
That's interesting. So if we hole up in the Duck Inn, perhaps we'll have another awakened come across our path? I just don't know what to do right now because I've been told that I'm dead and I can't be dead. I've got some stuff to do. I don't remember dying, and I don't want to be dead. So, I'd like to get out of here.
Miss Perennial, if it is in fact true that we are dead, we still somehow have our agency. Which, as far as I'm concerned, means we still have a means of getting the hell out of here.
I like the way you're thinking, Thaddeus. I don't know about the rest of you all, but that's my goal.
Yeah.
I wish to regain what I lost, find out why we are here, and leave.
I want to know what happened.
Good.
Hey, dog, do you know anything about... I'm so sorry. Who'd I cut off?
Pen. Poor Pen. After yelling at him previously, and now you're apologizing to him?
I didn't hear who it was. If I realized, she wouldn't.
Aww.
Pen, what did you want to say right before we take a little break?
Oh, no, I just was simply saying I would like to find out more as well.
Yeah, I think upon that realization and a little bit of knowledge here, let's take our break. When we come back, we'll find out a little bit more about these little puppers and what's going on around here. But we'll be right back. Hey all, Joel here. Just want to talk to you about the DieFall Patreon, and more specifically, a game that you can participate in. As a patron of the Shard of Discord tier, you are eligible to create a character to take part in an interactive game with your fellow supporters that can and will change the story, world, and interactions within the 3 Ruin shows. You and the other supporters will be occupying a bastion of instability, a gateway to the other planes and realms in which the cast members of Lapis, Crimson, and Auric will be adventuring. It is your job to ensure the gateway remains open and operable. This is done through handling a crisis every other week, building defenses, constructing weapons, undergoing training, or bringing the fight to the enemies amongst the many planes. You will also be able to make and find items to assist the player's efforts. You and others will plan your course of action for every month, whether to build, fight, forage, defend, etc. Each option ranging in difficulty and effect on the world around you. In the event of a crisis, characters will be chosen or volunteer to take that crisis on during a monthly live stream, where players will roll for their successes and failures. All planning and rolling will happen in the Discord server in patron-specific channels, which players will be given access to after joining the Shard of Discord on patreon.com/DieFall. The link is obviously in the description below. You'll also get the rules document and the instructions on character creation. Will you be the scout that finds the supplies necessary to survive, the builder that expands the Shard's capabilities, the warrior that defends the portal, or even the chef that ensures everyone is fed? You can support us, play a game, and affect the adventure all at the same time. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below. I'll be there, as I always am. Thank you all for your support and patronage. And please do continue to enjoy all of the Dungeons & Dragons content, because there is always more. Bye.
Good job.
These,
Very proud of you.
They.
Such a good boy.
You know before. Well, all right, we'll take it.
Yeah.
All right, we don't get the good boy often, so we'll take that.
Very good
Welcome
boy.
back to DieFall Presents Ruin Team Auric. They're talking to dogs.
Just
They're
say it's
just
holding a dog.
dogs. Yeah, they're just dogs.
Just dogs.
They're
yeah.
just dogs. It seems. I don't want to confirm or deny anything here, but they seem
They're
to be
just
dogs.
dogs.
They seem to just be dogs.
I mean, can you blame us after everything we've been through? Everything has been
Come on.
fake.
Yeah.
So this is like the
peel
first
the
time we've
dogs and there's
encountered
like a
something real.
horrible
Yeah.
monster
Okay,
with
this
it.
is
Yeah.
me holding
That hasn't wanted
socks.
to fight us.
I am holding socks like a baby. All right.
Socks. Socks,
Okay.
the electric.
Yeah.
Just got an off-screen question, so I'm answering that. And now we're actually back. So, we are talking to Socks and Rufus, two dogs. Jersey is comforting Socks after threatening Socks. So,
She has apologized to him.
yeah. So what's next here? What's the play? What are we doing?
Do the dogs know anything about Gadarius?
Are you yelling at the dogs in general?
I'll translate kindly to Socks to see if he knows.
Just like sitting there, like, Gadarian
Oh,
owns this.
Gadarian.
Yeah.
owns this. Like this town?
The Expanse. He owns the Expanse.
Oh.
From wall to wall.
Is Gadarian asleep or awake?
Gadarian is awake.
Interesting.
Where are these walls?
Roll me a perception check, Finn.
Okay.
The sudden intrigue and party speaking in Celestial. Ball was like, what?
What's going on? Ha!
Remember that
Sorry,
we all
I'm
have
seeing-
nat 20s.
Do we?
All of us?
When did that happen?
I thought we did, right?
No, it was just you.
Okay.
Oh, this is me? Never
I was
mind.
checking.
Just
yeah.
kidding.
Just
I
you.
was like,
I'm sorry.
I got a 15.
Yeah. And you're like, it all helps. Because remember, everything here has kind of just got you in a fog. Like, your brain is being played tricks all the time, right? And you're just finally getting through all of this. And like the walls, and you look around and you note way off to your west, as if they were mountains rising from the ground, an immense structure, huge wall. You look kind of towards your south, and again, a huge wall rising in the distance that just covers the landscape.
Miss Barbara, do you recognize any of this? He's gonna point it out and motion to the others to look at what he just saw.
DM, whatever.
Roll me some religion.
Boink. 17.
It's a good
Ha
roll.
ha 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 ha. Yeah. Yeah. There are some texts that describe one of the other planes of existence, one of the ones of the afterlife, as the name Tisirwin, owned by, run by, the god of magic, Elidna. There are particular texts that split Tisirwin and Elidna into three distinct beings of magic and manipulation.
What's the name of that god?
I got you. Good thing there's if you forget, there's an entire document that you guys have access to that
Yeah.
shows you all of this.
God of magic, you said, Elidna?
Yeah,
No.
magic and manipulation.
Eldna?
Elidna.
Nah.
Elidna.
And Tisirwin is this place, correct? Okay.
So some of the texts that you've read have them as the triplets, the Elidna triplets instead, the entire plane being split.
What about this wall or what he's pointing at me would make my brain click to knowing what that is?
Yeah. Probably Gadarian being involved in there. There are like, again, similar names to like the one you had for Andre in like previous texts that would have done that and be like, okay, if this is what I think it is, then they are triplets and the plane is split, rather physically.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
She kind of relays that information. I didn't recognize Gadarian earlier, but now that I think about it, I think he could be one of the triplets. One of the... She like explains everything that Jill just told her because I'm really bad at remembering.
One of the pieces of the gods of magic and manipulation.
What? Oh my, I'm gonna get another shot here, because you're telling me that one of the gods, one of the triplets of magic and manipulation takes undead, dead people, sucks their mana out of them, and uses that to create an undead army of corn babies?
I don't know anything about the undead army. I just know that Tisirwan is the name of the plane that they stay on, or he stays on.
Why? But why would a god be wanting to do that?
Why do gods do anything?
So is Tisirwan hell, essentially?
Would she know if it's a plane of hell?
Yeah. Colloquially, it would be considered one of the planes of hell.
She just looks at Jose and nods.
It'd be the first layer.
Dresse is now panicking.
I called it.
Dresse is now in full distress.
Remember, you're holding socks. Please be
you are-
gentle.
I was gonna say.
Oh no, I'm being
Cradle
loose.
him.
I am
Loosen
no,
your
no, no,
hands.
no.
there.
I'm just
Socks
I'm
is
just
just
gonna
like-
hold him and just just freeze. And just
man.
pet Socks very, very, very like, just try to feel comforted.
Yeah.
And she's just muttering to herself, this can't be happening, this can't be happening. I don't belong here.
Is this a place of punishment, or is it a bit more basic than that?
You know, wouldn't all of hell be an entrapment of souls, right?
Then why are these dogs here? They seem rather harmless.
Oh no.
Sock speaks up. Rufus can be quite vicious sometimes.
Not him snitching on Rufus!
And Rufus is just like sits there, like wags his tail, and then barks at you.
Rufus is new! Don't do that to him!
I'm gonna step away from Rufus.
I think
This
we
is-
should.
This is crazy. How do you get out of hell? I'm not gonna stay in hell. Why am I even in hell? I'm a highborn. I have celestial blood.
I don't think that matters down here.
I do. You're telling me that I was destined for this? Absolutely not.
Well,
My
we're all
story's not
destined to
done.
die.
That is,
And not go to hell.
that's correct, Miss Perennial. Your story is not done. Do not forget that.
Didn't the dog mention that people like this come back to the inn looking for Andre at times, or at least come converse with him?
Perhaps we should lie and wait.
I don't know any other towns that we've heard of here, and I'm not sure
Everywhere
if
we've
I'm
gone's been absolutely nightmarish. I think that we're gonna be the runners of this here establishment, which needs a new name.
Maybe it's Bees Duckin'.
Bees duck in, that's disgusting. I appreciate the homage to me, of course. But nothing having to do with a bird.
Bees.
Bees Lion's Den.
Fine in. Or lion.
You know, we'll work on it.
We can workshop it later. Perhaps we should go inside and formulate our thoughts.
Sure.
Let's bring the dogs.
Before we
I
step
like
away,
them.
Balra's gonna scritch Spot on the head and be like, did you ever meet a Janala? She looks like me.
And right, so Sock's like hanging over the shoulder of Dressay,
Sock.
right? Yeah. Just looks at you and goes, I don't know them.
Okay, good.
And you head back into the inn?
How many dogs are there, DM?
There are 4 total.
But Rufus
We
is
take all the
vicious one.
dogs.
You take
So
all the dogs.
We don't all get a companion, just 4 of us do.
They're not supposed to be companions!
Well, Joel,
Okay.
That's so.
Socks is hanging off my shoulder. You tell him that.
Okay, yeah.
And technically, didn't we just take a dog?
Oh yeah, what's the apple farmer?
Rufus.
Yeah,
Rufus.
Rufus
Rufus is
from
the
the
vicious
apple
one.
farm.
Yeah, the apple
He's
farmer's just
new.
been, he's literally just been sitting there watching this.
Thaddeus will call to the other dogs. All right, my fine canine friends. I believe we've come to an understanding. If you would like to join us, there may be some duck inside of this establishment for you.
Yeah, the big mastiff one like gets his head up off his paws and looks over at you and trots over. It's like super thick boy and just like sits down next to you. I like the sound
what-
of duck.
And what's your name, fella?
They called me George.
George. That's a noble name. Come on with me, George. We're gonna get some duck.
The other one just kind of waits. It doesn't seem to react or go forward. And Socks like looks over and says, she may not come. She doesn't talk with us a lot. And you go back to the inn.
Is no one grabbing Rufus?
The farmer's waiting, scratching his belly the whole time. That itch just hasn't stopped.
Oh,
Ah,
gross.
I feel like B has done that like confident, throws her cape, turns around and marches, like follow the leader type
Yeah,
thing
yeah, yeah.
into
Like
the inn.
you're gone.
I feel like
Yeah.
as you do that, you probably hit Balra with it.
Oh god. Just can't escape the disrespect ever. Ever. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Y'all done there with Rufus? We got those errands to run. It's 2 p.m. and here and time is getting along.
Told you he didn't know.
if Rufus wants to go with you, fella, that is his prerogative.
It's like the end
We,
of Air
however,
Bud.
are done with you.
He goes,
Just
all right,
stand
then.
on 2 separate sides of the parking lot,
And
and the
he-
dog gets to
he
choose
starts-
which one he wants to go
He
with.
starts walking. He says, all right, come on, Rufus. And he starts trundling away. And Rufus doesn't go. And the farmer doesn't turn around. Doesn't stop. Just continues on his way.
Huh.
Get your asses in here!
Yeah,
Just
because
stops,
B, as
walks
you
to
go, as you go down the steps, B, tavern's full of people.
What the hell?
Here we are.
There are quite a lot of people in here now, much like when you got here previously, and they seem to all be very hungry and very thirsty.
Oh my god. Do they expect me to do something about this?
Do any of them look at B when she walks in? Oh, sorry, I shouldn't be.
No, it's okay. They note, but it's kind of like when you guys were here earlier. Like they're interacting with the inn. Most of them seem rather solitary, but some have struck up conversations. Another pair are playing at some dice. But no one addresses B. No one addresses Pendulum. No one addresses Thaddeus. No one addresses Dressay and Socks. But the woman at the bar that our audience got to see previous, the first that appeared there, addresses Balra. Barkeep! Barkeep! I would like a drink, please. I'm rather parched.
Balra's, me,
A man over in the corner says, "Hey, there looks like there's a special on duck. I would like some of the duck, please." Another man says, "Yes, I think I would have some of the duck as well, and maybe an ale to go along with it for me and my companion."
Ball like instinctively pulls out her book, starts writing. Okay. Do you, okay.
Frankly, I could use an ale myself too, Ballroom.
I realize now I've just thrown Leslie in a rather traumatic experience of being back at work, and like this is not okay.
In my real life.
I totally forgot about that, and here we are.
Okay.
Fantasy!
Well,
like,
Dungeons
shuffles
and
over the
Dragons.
counter. Pendulum, can you help me carry some of the stuff out to people?
I would love to.
Thank you. And she'll half-heartedly, or wholeheartedly, but probably half poorly, make drinks and try to figure out where the duck is. And
You
try
head
to
back into the kitchen,
find
and
stuff.
there's no staff.
Great.
That is what I
But-
was afraid of.
There is readily made duck.
Okay.
Look
okay,
at all
okay.
this duck.
Just take duck to everybody, Pendulum. Just take duck to everybody. I don't know.
Take just all of them. All of them
everybody.
get duck. Everyone gets duck. And as Pendulum begins taking these platters and platters and platters of duck, you realize that it's endless. They keep showing up. They keep appearing there. Every time you turn around and look back, there's just more. The ale
Dogs are gonna
never
love
runs
this.
out. The bottle that you were drinking from earlier, B, it's full again.
Interesting.
I'm gonna look around the room. Does any of these wayward souls look bored?
They look bored.
Any
There are
of them,
a
yeah.
couple that are alone. Roll perception for me.
Okay.
Where is everybody? Because I've like confidently taken a seat at the bar.
Sure. Penn seems to be helping with the kitchen things. Balra is back and forth
Okay.
between bar and kitchen. Dressay, you're still holding Socks?
I am under the bar holding Socks, just sitting, like just crawled up.
Dressay and her 3 dogs are under the bar.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
She is still very, very, she's distraught.
Okay. B clocks that.
Okay. Thaddeus, there's one man kind of conspicuously sitting in a corner, his hair slicked back. He seems to be wearing finer clothes that have likely seen better days. But he does have a hand on an ale now that has been served out, thanks to Pendulum and Balra's assistance here. And he sips on it, he seems to be looking into it. But you still note that everyone in this room has that glazed over look in their eyes, much like everyone outside.
I'll approach him.
What do? Do you sit?
Good.
Do you...
I sit. Good day, sir.
Looks like... I've seen better days.
I have a bit of a proposition for you.
No, I don't make deals anymore.
Oh, don't worry. This isn't any kind of hustle. You simply look like you could use some purpose.
Potentially. I did just lose everything.
Well, we could use a hand in here. As you can see, there are a lot of expecting people, and we have affairs to handle. Perhaps you could help serve these fine folk?
Don't know. Serve drinks?
Serve drinks and food? It's quite simple, really. We could show you. It's rather basic, I understand. You might be used to something more upscale, but everyone starts somewhere.
He like looks down, and it's like your words aren't really getting to him. He's like he's staring into the drink, and you note that like his eyes are still unfocused. He seems to just be responding, but doesn't really realize it.
If I may, Balra shuffles out from the kitchen, like probably served like 4 people and is already like panicked at everybody being mad at her. And she just goes and like claps her hand really loudly to get everybody's attention.
Sure.
Excuse me! Everybody, this is now Balra's self-service inn! Self-service!
Who's Balra?
Bees self-service inn! And she's just gonna pour herself another of the licorice drink. Just to put in the bar.
Does the man in front of me take any notice of that?
No,
Okay.
none of them do.
Oh, hell.
Just say, what's got your undergarments all in a tussle?
Just say, is just muttering under her breath, but says, I shouldn't be here. I don't belong here. I did everything right.
You think the rest of us aren't thinking that exact same thing too? None of us should be here. You telling us we died? Hell no. You don't see me crawling under a table with a bunch of dogs.
I pat Socks. It's different for me.
Oh, how's it different for you?
I was born into this world as an instrument of justice and nothing more. So either me being here means my life was an entire lie, that everything I knew was false, or this place is not hell and I am not actually here. I cannot accept any other answer. And I don't know if I can take the first answer.
That's an interesting way to view yourself. An instrument of justice and nothing more, huh?
I put Socks down. Hold on.
And he like just curls up next to you.
Oh, Socks is my baby now. Okay.
Well,
Oh, sorry. I don't think I've had a chance to tell anyone here this, but I was born from priests praying to the god of justice and striking a deal with him in order to create a being that could carry out his messaging. And they made a deal with the dragon that they would bear this being that could carry out my god's hand of justice. And I was that being. I was born of flame and flesh for the simple task of maintaining justice in this world. And if I'm here, then that means my form of justice was wrong, and that I've been led astray, and that my entire life was a lie.
just say that is the most incredible origin story I have ever heard. And I'm willing to bet that the reason why you are awake right now and not asleep like the rest of these bozos is that your worldview is indeed what you expect it to be. Your story's not done. Your flame's not been put out.
You think
I'm sorry,
so?
I get emotional when I drink.
But I was created in the image of this god that the priests worshipped, and I'm here.
I was also created in the image of a god. And yet I'm here. But the thing is, I'm B Perennial II, and I'm writing my own story. So regardless what image the two of us look like, we gotta keep going as long as we can. So get up out from underneath this here table and join me for a drink, because we're gonna need it.
Trisay gets up and picks. Is there like a golden liquor? Like something that looks spicy.
I don't know. It's self-service. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Oh, she's so good! Oh, God! Oh.
Like she's just stretched out in the corner. She just hears that. She's like, I don't know, just get it yourself.
Oh.
Person asks me to cut their tongue in half. I swear to God.
Well, would you like to self-serve, Dressay?
Yes, I will pick the spiciest looking drink and pour a shot for me and B and
Yeah.
cheers her.
Yeah.
Cheers.
You know, it's Fireball, so not sponsored. Unfortunately. Tastes like cinnamon all the way down.
Does it?
For several seconds after.
Asterisk regret.
Regret. Yeah. Long nights.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you begin drinking at the bar. Pen, since it's become self-service, what are you doing? Are you still serving?
It's self-serve. now, remember,
I will have continued serving for a few minutes after Balra has made the statement that there is to be self-service, and then whatever plates I have, I'm just gonna drop on the floor and walk off. And
Just onto the ground.
and I'm actually gonna look around to see if there is a sign. Nothing like large, but maybe something that might be small enough that I can.
Yeah, there's a chalkboard that has the duck special on it.
Awesome. I'm going to go to just as a kind of a test. I'm going to go to I'm going to go to said sign, and I'm going to see if I can use one of my tinkers.
Okay.
To infuse a message, or to put a message of I guess it would be like in the form of maybe just a light or something, I guess, in lit words,
Sure.
I guess, saying this establishment is now self-service.
Do you go and do you erase the duck special?
Actually, you
just
know
place
what? Just because I am.
Okay.
Just more as a test to see if right now Pen's kind of poking at things to see if anybody around notices change
Sure.
in the
You
establishment.
change what the sign says. This is now a self-service bar. And very quickly, we watch as, the rest of the party looks, and they're all in different locations now. The bar doesn't exist anymore. It's just a high-top table that B and Dressay are sitting at. The bar itself is now a self-serve by tap in the back of the room that has glasses available for every patron. There's also seemingly a window where food is served out of and people can just go get food. And the patrons seem to understand that this is now a self-service bar, and they go and self-serve.
I'm gonna go walk up to Balra. Do you not find it strange that no one really seems to pay attention to anything that we say, or seem to be thrown off by anything that goes on around here? But everyone's paying attention to this. They paid attention to the changing of the rules. Weird.
Okay. Did you? Was it just like a chalkboard that you wrote on there with chalk, or okay?
Oh, I just infused a message of light just to. It's like a
He
little.
erased the duck special.
And erase the duck special.
Okay.
Pen, you also notice one other sign in the entire bar, and it's one that hangs on the door. It says open or closed.
I want to go to that sign, and I want to flip it to closed just to see what happens.
You flip to closed, and every single patron in the room disappears.
Oh my god.
What
I wanna
happened?
flip it again.
I was throwing one. I was
I'll stand up.
He's gonna flip it again.
You flip it again?
Yeah, I'm gonna flip it again. Does anything change?
You open it. Some time passes. And eventually, one person is at one of the high top tables now. They just fade in.
Mm-hmm.
And then another. And another. And they're all different than the ones that you saw previously.
Are they tangible?
Would you like to go find out?
Yes.
Sure. There's a man at one of the high tops. He reads the sign and self-serve. And he goes and gets a glass and he pours himself a beer and goes back to the table and sits down and seems to be considering whether or not he's going to self-serve some food.
I try to touch him.
You poke him?
Yeah.
He goes, hey. He looks over at you. Oh, hello there. And you look at his
Enjoying yourself?
eyes, and you see just that glassy look. Ah, yes. I hear that B. Perennial II's establishment is one of the finest in the land.
That is correct.
I want to try some.
I'll pat his shoulder and walk off.
Yeah, and he goes, and he seems to be enjoying his beer.
To Pendulum. What did you do?
I think I figured out something. I want to render a test. And I want to go back to the chalkboard.
Right.
And this time, without any weird wibbly wobbly magic.
Timey-wimey stuff, yeah.
Yeah, none of that. This time, I'm assuming there's a piece of chalk there. I want to see if just writing the words "wake up." I want to see if that changes anything. Like where the duck special used to be. I want to write "wake up."
Uh-huh. Okay. There are about 5 patrons in the bar. It seems to be filling up maybe once every minute and a half or so with another person. You write, "wake up." And the man that just got his beer kind of looks down into it and then looks up and goes, where the fuck am I? The woman across the bar, what is this? Where are my children? What's happening? And the 5 patrons of the bar begin to panic.
Change it back.
Oh,
We aren't
Most
ready for this
certainly.
yet.
Bees at the bar,
I'm
like
gonna-
we're everybody's got their own story that we have to finish telling. It's all right.
I'm gonna erase wake up and see what occurs next.
Everyone roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh. Hold up.
17.
All in the name of science, huh?
All in the name of science.
Okay. My pendulum doesn't.
Not good.
I'm sorry, that's really funny. Pendulum rolled a 2.
Thaddeus with a 10, B with a 17, Penn with a 2, Balra with a 14, and Dressay with a 15. 15s and up.
Damn.
Make the save. As the magic of the inn reasserts itself, and you watch as your 3 companions become glassy-eyed, and watch as the man also just kind of, oh, this could be a...
Polar probably goes to like serving or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, as a standing at the chalkboard, I'm just gonna look at it and just drop the chalk and go and just kind of start wandering around and asking. I'm gonna go find the nearest person who looks like they may know something and start asking, what is duck about?
Yeah, the woman who had the kids. Oh, duck, they're things that like fly, but they also can get really nice and caramelized and crispy if you bake them correctly, and you can actually do a fried duck, which is rather nice. And Balra, in specific here, you feel compelled to not just serve them, but to give them a purpose outside of the inn. You feel like you need to guide them somewhere.
Balra will approach the closest patron.
Sure, we'll go with the
at a
man
table.
that has the beer there that freaked out first.
And she'll ask, and she'll like, assumingly she had grabbed a beer
Sure.
or sorry, a bit of duck, or puts it down. She's, how are you today? Welcome in.
Doing quite well. The Perennial II establishment is actually quite fine. The selection of self-serve beers here is actually extensive.
It's quite lovely. We have at least 3 on tap, and there are some extra kegs at the back.
I hate that I've
there's
done
an
this to you.
IPA and-
I hate that I've done this to you. I can't. I hate that I've done this. Okay.
But I have a favor to ask, if you don't mind. I know it's awkward, and I'm very sorry. I'll be glad to refund you for any purchases you've made so far.
Right. Okay.
But I have this feeling that the trash bins outside are overflowing. Can you please go help me out there and check that for me, or change it if you can? I know you look so
Oh
burly
yes,
and strong and can
of
probably
course.
lift it.
I'd love to. Yeah, just give me a moment here. And
Thank you.
you watch as he exits the bar and fades away.
And she'll
All
go
right,
to
you
the
don't
next-
really recognize this, but you feel this satisfaction that you put them where they were supposed to be. In the trash.
Garbage?
Oh my.
And that satisfying feeling is probably, I'm not gonna say addictive, but something that she'll want to pursue again. So she'll continue to the next patron.
Yeah, you're now over next to Penn and the woman he's speaking to.
Excuse me, sir or madam. Would I know, with this wisdom save, would I, asleep, no pin, as former?
Oh.
Sir,
The inn
and madam?
reasserted its magic completely.
She'll lightly tap pin.
Yes.
Damn it.
Sir, I did notice that there are some dogs in this establishment. That's not.
Do not touch.
I hate.
Don't touch socks.
Oh my God, Leslie, we literally had this conversation. This is awful. What have I done?
Do you mind asking that? I'm so busy, I just can't do it right now. But do you mind asking that patron, as lovely as she is, if that's a service animal, don't ask her to remove them unless they say. But do you mind?
Why? I'd love to.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Dressay and B are at the table together, and you just note that everything has reasserted itself here, but you also note that it seems that Pendulum and Thaddeus and Balra has gone back to serving people.
This is awful usual. Fireball with this fireball?
She got the wisdom saving.
But she's drunk!
And wait, and none of them know what I was doing earlier, except for Thaddeus.
Well,
The table, I don't know when we moved
do we not
from
know?
the bar to the
Did we not
high
see it,
top.
Joel? Did we not see it?
See what?
What
Right on the
Pendulum
board.
was doing?
No, you observed it. And then,
So we
like,
did
as soon as he did it, like, you felt
Okay.
the shift, right? And
I
then
think
they just
Dressé
started,
is
they
more-
just
So-
dropped everything
so
and
we
started
did see
moving
it.
around.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
but
down.
B has 1 HP and is drinking.
Yeah.
So B
Again.
doesn't really know.
Okay. Yes.
Drinking
So-
again.
Okay,
yeah. I'm gonna lean down to Socks and ask if there's any way to wake up someone who is sleeping.
You shouldn't wake
Like-
up anyone who's sleeping. They need to be asleep.
Okay, Socks.
They need to sleep.
Socks. They slept enough.
The ones who are awake are bad.
Are you saying I'm bad?
And he, like, considers. No. No.
Okay. See,
And
my friends
he's
aren't bad, and they
reconsidering.
need to wake up. They need to wake up. They were awake before, and they were good. I need them back. Do you know a way to wake them up?
Madam. Hi, my name
It's
is Pinja.
Pen.
Excuse me, I am in a conversation, Socks.
Pen, you can talk to me. You can look at this place. It's so much cleaner. Everything, there's velvet on the walls. What changed? Oh, I love it in here. Looks like my bedroom.
Oh, well,
Half
That is-
included.
that is amazing. I just simply came over to speak with you about the animals that are within the establishment.
Oh, these are the. What about them?
Well, being that this is it's an establishment, a fine establishment, mind you, that I was curious as to whether or not these were service animals.
Pen service animals. These are talking dogs.
Dogs cannot
Talking
talk.
dogs from hell.
Shh.
What?
Hell,
What?
what do you mean?
We're in hell.
Socks. Is there any way to wake them up?
We're not in hell.
I don't know. I
We're
don't
in
know.
Bread
Don't know?
Battle.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, we are at B's. This is a fine establishment.
While this is happening, can I go over to that chalkboard and write something down?
Sure, you get up and you push past Pendulum and go over to the chalkboard while Pendulum and B are talking about B's establishment.
Yes.
Pen, you realize that that's my name.
Why? Now it all makes sense. Well,
Now-
it's a pleasure to meet you, the proprietor of this fine establishment.
Whoever made you did an absolutely terrible job.
Oh. That is rather mean, but it's probably not untrue.
Pen, roll me a wisdom save.
Oh, because that was mean enough?
Oh, hang on.
No, apparently no, it was not mean enough.
Just a little psychic punch.
Yeah, Pen, you're like, hey, you shouldn't say that about my... Wait, what were we talking about again?
Oh,
Balra's already like,
I don't know.
love
That's
dogs, but
such a strange thing, but I don't really... Sorry, I simply just don't recall what we were talking about.
You know what? I got a bone to pick with you. I told you to go outside, give me a yes or no answer. You never answered me. Then you pick me up, carry me outside, drop me on my ass. I got a bruise now, Pen. Shocked I didn't lose a HP point. Shocked. And then right after that, you did something else piss me off. I don't remember it right just now, but it was 3 strikes and you're done. You're on my done list, Pen.
I apologize, B. We've never
Don't
met
act like you
before.
just learned my name trying to get out of this. 'Cause
Hi.
the woman's mad at you, Pen.
I legitimately have never met you before. I have no memory.
Excuse me. Never met me before. I saved your life.
My life?
I
Well, I
saved-
don't remember being in danger.
Roll me
I
another
killed
wisdom
the
save.
corn baby.
Corn baby wisdom save. 18.
Oh, thank God.
Pen. The corn babies. You remember that even for you, the horrifying sight of the things being grown inside those husks.
You know what? Here, kind of the shock of you kind of snapping back into it. I'm gonna kind of freeze for a moment, and the lights are on, but nobody's quite home for a few seconds.
Oh,
And,
I'll wait.
But when I come to, I'll be. What's going on?
There he is. You dare come over here, tell me to remove my dogs.
I didn't say anything about dogs.
No, you did not.
I
know what happened. You forgot everything. You did that thing you did before. You did that thing you did before. What's
That is
everybody
a
else
thing I-
doing?
Huh.
And I look around. I look at Thad. Where's Thad? Where's Thaddeus?
Yeah, Thaddeus, what have you been up to, bud?
I don't know. What has he been up to?
Yeah, what would he do back in this situation without remembering B?
He doesn't remember B?
No.
When you look at her, you don't see her.
God, I don't even know what he would be doing.
Eating all the duck.
He's
It is a rather fine establishment. There's probably a nice brandy available for self-serve.
I mean, if he's fully in the thrall of whatever this effect is, he
For
would
the moment.
he would be on autopilot, basically. So, find a beverage and
Yeah, maybe flip
modest
through one of
meal.
your journals or something like that while you do so. And yeah, he's just at a table, attending the inn and restaurant.
Oh, he seems fine.
Do I remember anything prior to the chalkboard and anything of that nature?
You do now.
Okay.
You remember it all now.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to the chalkboard.
Where you find
and try
Dressay.
something.
Dressay, what are you doing? Pen seems
So
back.
I saw what Penn was doing, so I want to tell him, I want to try something. I want to try writing Remember Your Past and see if we remember anything.
Just so as to not cause a disturbance as we did prior, maybe we should focus our wording a little bit. Maybe try to see if maybe writing a specific name.
Okay, so I will write all of our names.
Okay.
That is a very wise decision.
So you write all of their names, and B, you see Balra's name spelled out on the chalkboard as Balra?
Please.
That's the third time that's happened.
Dressay,
I'm starting to think that maybe I'm wrong.
What do you write next to the names?
Oh hell!
Remember the past.
Okay.
That's
Everyone roll me charisma saving throws.
Oh god.
What?
that's not a good one.
I got a -1 in charisma.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh god.
Mine's all right.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. This is pretty good.
Yeah, Pen ain't shit, but the rest of us.
Dude, Penn, I don't think you've made any saves this whole
Not
campaign.
today.
Not today. Not today.
Pen's been suffering.
Remember, chat, you can help Penn not suffer. If you
Yeah.
do exclamation point.
Exclamation point fate to give Penn something. So, those of you, this is another 15 and higher save.
Come on.
Thank God.
Ouch. Those of you with 15 and higher, a wave of memories from your past comes crashing into you. You remember everything.
Uh-oh.
And you remember dying.
Really? Dying.
Balra drops like whatever dirty glass she's picked up off a table, and it's just.
Be sober.
Penn and Dressay, same thing happens, but you are physically stunned. Like you cannot move for the moment. While you it's too much for your brain to handle in the moment of like all of it coming into you, like just a flood of memories.
Okay, so we do remember. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, but it's just it's B and Balra and Thaddeus can like move around right now, but like for Penn, the processing power necessary for all of this is a little bit overwhelming. And so it's gonna take a minute to get through it, but you do remember, and you do remember dying.
Oh, boy.
I think B's gonna stand up and go straight to Thaddeus, arm on his shoulder, to be like, what?
What do we know, DM?
What do you
About
know?
our death.
What do you know? You know up until the moment that you died.
I think those details might be prudent, if you have them.
I'm sorry, I kind of speed ran that, so like I didn't give us time to prepare anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think any of us
this was a
have
reveal
written
that
a way to...
wasn't supposed to happen yet.
Oh.
But
You've
you
had more sessions together than anybody.
you may have superseded that by utilizing the Herald's power for selfish reasons. So I think it's better that instead a woman enters the bar. She comes striding in. Hair dark, cropped, sword at her side, wearing somewhat opulent clothing here. She steps in and steps up and goes, "Andre, where the fuck is our delivery? This is unbelievable. Where the fuck is Andre?" She like looks around the room. The patrons that are still sleeping are still sleeping, which means they didn't even look at the person who came in. Did anyone in the party look at the person who came in?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
I'm frozen.
You are.
I'm frozen.
She looks at the three
Yeah.
that look at her and goes, "Where's Andre? Who the fuck are you?
you would-
Where is Andre?"
If you would come over here, miss, we have some things to discuss.
No. What did you do with Andre? Where is our delivery? Supposed to be made today.
Your delivery is currently burning to a crisp.
You have entered.
Fuck.
What is your name, miss?
Oh, you don't need to know that. To you, I'm the messenger, and that's all you need to know. And
I will
Gadarian...
sprint over the chalkboard and write down "imprison the messenger" on it.
Oh, no, you don't! Roll me a wisdom saving throw. She extends a hand to attempt to capture you in a hold.
Okay. Which saving throw?
Wisdom.
Got it. 16.
That's good.
I don't know. We don't know her. It could be not good.
You force your way through it, and she looks at you and says, "The fuck? No. You're not supposed to be able to do that." And you get to the chalkboard, and you write "imprison the messenger."
Correct.
Okay?
And I say, "Welcome to Be Perennial, the second self-serve in."
She identified herself. As far as I'm concerned, that's all I needed.
A cage drops from the ceiling on top of the messenger.
Hell yeah, Thaddeus.
And she looks
We're
at us.
on the illusion plane.
What the fuck? 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 No. And like she like leans up against the bar. She's like, this isn't supposed to be happening. Who are you? What are you doing? This is not okay. No. And she looks around and she's going to cast a spell.
Oh hell.
Oh no.
Oh,
Love that for us.
She casts a spell magic. The cage disappears.
Son of a-
No. Blurred, you picked up a nat 20. Keep that in mind.
Oh, snap.
Dang.
And she looks around the room. You drop that chalk right now. I swear to fuck. I will kill you so quickly.
We are already dead. Perhaps you would
Fine.
like to actually have a
Second.
conversation instead of this prattling.
She goes and she sits down at one of the high tops and says, pour me a drink then.
Would someone be so kind
think-
as to pour this woman
Aura kind of like.
one of our finest?
Wait, is
And
nobody
I'm
point out
still
that it's
holding the
self-serve?
chalk.
Dersay and Penn are still entirely stunned. They don't move. And like the rest of the party, you start to notice that like they're not moving.
I think Balra is yes, it is self-serve, but I think she would still get something for this person. But
Pardon the indignation.
would I
miss.
pass Dersay or Penn on the way?
Sure.
Okay, I think that she at this point you're arguing that we would kind of notice that they're just like okay. She's gonna
Stunned,
like
yeah.
intentionally like shove into Dersay like and like whatever there's a surface behind her or a wall as if like she's tripped and fell into her and it's just like what are you doing? What are you doing? See if he'll try to snap her out of it at all.
You like jostle her. She doesn't move. Her eyes
She'll
just
pour a
open
drink.
wide.
Just turn it around and walk back to the table. Okay, there you go. Self-service though.
She looks at you. Andre was way better at this than you.
Well, Andre's dead.
And she looks. You fucking killed him.
Holy shit, Leslie! Oh my god!
I just spit on my camera.
Holy shit! Oh my god! That was the sassiest little. I love that. Oh my.
Balra
Lily's dead.
rules,
So
Balra's cup hath full over.
holy shit!
Yeah, so what's
So that's why this place looks fucking weird.
Weird.
Yes. Too plush, too opulent, too. Bleh.
There is no such thing.
Makes me want to vomit.
Thaddeus, you're gonna have to talk to this one. We do not see eye to eye.
Well, someone's going to have to
Very
describe to
well.
me why the fuck is Andre dead? He had a job to do. Who the fuck are you?
We're the ones that didn't allow him to do the job of murdering us.
Murdering. What do you mean murdering? He sends people on. He guides them to the next stage of life. What do you mean murdering you?
The next stage of life? You mean having our carcasses sucked dry?
Oh, so you found that. All right. So
Aether coming out of us.
you don't even know what you're talking
Absolutely
about,
not.
do you? You have no idea what you're talking about.
Balra's gonna
No
reach her pocket and pull out the vial of the stuff that we collected. I mean, we kind of do. Just never sleep it on the table.
Oh, no. Oh, this is not good. Ooh. Stella, you also get a nat 20 here.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no, this is sorry. She's like, this is not good. This is not good. Well, you've already upset the balance in a couple of different ways here. What the fuck do you expect to do about it? How are you going to fix this? I have a shipment
go.
to deliver to Gadarian. It's not going to be
Gadarian.
my head. It's not going to be my head.
It sounds like then we have a common adversary.
No, there's no adversary. He rules this realm. This is not an adversary. That's my boss.
Well, then, a simple request would be send us back to life. And we won't be in anyone's trouble no
You shouldn't
longer.
even be awake. You shouldn't be awake. Andre, you stupid fuck. Should have been sent on. Should have been over. Fine. I guess I'll have to do it myself then. She like places the glass down and stands up. She like adjusts some of the rings there and pulls out her sword. Who do I kill first?
B's gonna go stand behind Pen.
Why am I
With her
always
1
standing next
HP?
to the enemies?
Oh, hell.
And
She's drawing her sword.
oh yeah. And Baller, you're right there, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay. She is going to take her sword and swing it at you.
Solid.
It's an 18 to hit. It does 11 slashing damage.
I want to do
Ballers
the
on the-
thing. I want to do
ballers
the
on the
psychic
floor.
thing.
Do the psychic thing.
I want to do the psychic thing.
And
Prevent
I want
her
to
from
write
being.
something else.
Can I stop being shell-shocked, please? Is this my punishment for doing the thing? I'm sorry. I'm sorry for breaking the game. Please let me live.
I shoved myself into you.
I'm sorry.
Balra,
Please
as
don't punish me.
she dies, well,
What?
gets slashed with the sword, crashes into
Balra had
Drusay.
80
Drusay,
HP.
you fall to the ground. Roll me a charisma saving throw.
Can I use the 20?
Absolutely.
Yay.
You get shaken out of it here, underneath Balra, and you note that Balra is bleeding all over the place.
Oh God. Okay. Oh wait, where's everyone standing? Finn is closest to me, right? Because I was next to the chalkboard. Same with Pen. So we're all kind of together.
Sort of, yeah. Close enough.
Okay. I will gently lay Balra down on the ground, step in front of her, and
And you'll roll me initiative.
Are you serious?
okay.
What? Hey, I want to keep playing this game, Joel. And
Yeah?
if you want to do this, I can.
Roll initiative.
Okay.
Son of a.
Don't forget to select your token before you do.
Yes.
Oh wait, it's just okay. Hold on, sorry.
Oh, I hope I win.
Oh, I hope I
Before we started the guys, hey, everybody listening to the show. Before we started today, Joel was like, "Don't worry, everybody, you'll have a rest. And
Yeah.
you'll get all your
did.
stuff
And then
back."
you chose to not rest and destroy things like the
I
fabric
was
of
waiting
reality.
For you to cue it up.
Yeah.
When the DM says, "Don't worry, everyone,"
leveled
I
up.
don't worry.
I mean, Pin did close the bar and then choose to reopen it.
Blame it on
Pendulum has no
Learned
memory of
without
this.
Pin.
Are you?
I'm gonna die.
Welcome.
Wait, one could make the argument that we at the very least took a short rest.
I mean, we did. Hey, I got cuddle time with the dogs.
I didn't get shit. I got drunk. It dropped.
You drank. You had the spicy drink. Spice is known to be good for your body. It's good for your health.
I like how you guys are arguing this and Jill's just.
He's just excited for us to be over.
I'm still knocked out.
Roll me
so-
initiative.
Oop. Where's my phone?
Click on your token.
Well, at least my one was on the initiative. Dang it.
Oh god.
Oh, jeez. Joel, I thought when we leveled up, we were supposed to get more hit points. I thought that was gonna like.
Yeah, that was the plan, and then no one ever took a nap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna punch him.
I don't know what my hit points or like abilities were before that.
That's fine.
All right.
It's okay. It won't matter.
No?
That's not what you're supposed to say.
What the fuck?
Dude,
Joel,
you're gonna make
I wanted
me.
to do something.
Yeah?
Okay.
Also, I'm sorry that I said that I was gonna use my Psy Warrior stuff, and then I took too long to figure out what it was called, and then she died.
She's like.
She's not dead. She's
Odysseys not dead?
unconscious.
Well-
Not dead, sorry. Passed out?
Balra is
Unconscious?
on the ground, unconscious, dying.
She's ready to meet him. Hey.
It's okay. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. At the top, Thaddeus. What do you want to do?
Take the gloves off.
Ooh.
All right. He never dropped the chalk, just so you know.
Yeah, I know he's got it.
I declare myself Pendulum Balra Jersey and be perennial as the immortals. And I write on the chalkboard, disintegrate the messenger, and the immortals have the power of Gadarian.
What?
Joel does not look very happy.
It's fine.
He's reading a novel. He's looking at all of the pop-ups.
He just remembered everything. He's not going to let somebody get in the way of anyone in this room.
You hear a voice, specifically Thaddeus. He goes, I'm sorry, my son. I cannot grant you that power. It is beyond even me. But I can do one thing. And, one of our cards.
Does he recognize the voice?
Oh, we
Nope.
got a card?
Okay.
This is Balra's card.
Okay.
Hey.
Balra,
Yeah.
you've drawn the knight.
Okay. Are they hot?
This man walks through the door.
Oh.
They are.
Oh. Wait, what's his face?
He extends a hand and purple energy lashes out towards the messenger. And she disintegrates.
Night of death. Night of death. Night of death.
The Knight of Death walks over to where Balra's on the ground. More purple crackling energy out of his hands. He goes, "Live now, priest." And shocks you awake. And then
Are they
he
still there?
kneels in front of you. I am here to serve.
I ship it.
But it's self-service.
And that is absolutely where we end this show. Yes. Oh my God.
Holy shit. Oh shit. Oh.
Wow.
That was awesome.
She's incredible. You wonder why we keep
Bravo.
bringing her back? This is it. She's the best in the business. God damn. Yes. That was DieFall Presents
I'm sweaty.
Ruin Auric. You drew the knight card. The one for
Is
B,
he my Pokemon?
I have to save. So chat, keep that in mind. It's not going anywhere, but the one for B, I have to save.
Cool.
Sorry. But
It's not gonna be good.
the messenger is disintegrated on the ground, and a Knight of Death has showed up at the B Perennial II Inn and
Queen.
bar.
Self-service.
Self-service in. What a ride. Thank you very
Sorry.
much for being here. Yeah, you just decided you were gonna bend the fabric of space and time around your whims. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's
you
okay.
know, I broke the game too, so
It's
you know,
fine.
if you're gonna yell at someone, you should yell at both of us.
I'm yelling at all of you. You killed Andre. Andre's not supposed to die, but that's fine. Here we are. Here we are.
That fucking cackle is so good.
Thank you, chat, for being here this evening. We're going to do some shout-outs. We're going to start up with B Perennial II, played by Beth B. Rad. Please tell us where we can find you on the internet.
Lordy, what a good time this is. You can find me all over the internet at Beth B. Rad. I stream here on Twitch Mondays at noon Pacific Standard Time. I have 2 podcasts. One of them, if you like D&D, it's called D&D and D, Dinner and Dungeons and Dragons. It's a comedy D&D podcast that's all about campaigns centered around food. I also have another podcast called Your Art Friends, if you like comedy and art. And that's me, baby.
And that's
Baby.
excellent. Pendulum, played by Blurred Without Fear. Please tell us where we can find you on the internet.
You can primarily find me on youtube.com/Blur Without Fear, where I make videos throughout the week talking about comics, breaking them down, telling you all the bits that make sense and try and make sense of the ones that don't. And I live stream there every Saturday where I talk about the best and worst, what's going on in comic books and comic book movies and TV shows. And you can, for the most part, find me as, Blur Without Fear just about anywhere else, because that's me.
Thank you very much. Continuing around, at least on my screen here, this brings us to Balra, played by the lovely Simply Jackson. Please tell us where we can find you on the internet.
Hi, you can find me Twitter and Twitch and Instagram. If you just looked for Simply Jackson _NOX_ it should probably bring it up. I am doing nothing but playing New World in my own free time and being here every other Tuesday and occasionally streaming during the week. And just vibing in the October energy. So
Yes. God,
let's
it's
do
so good. Oh,
I
excellent.
think I'm just gonna reference horror movies constantly on Twitter. I watched first thing in the morning yesterday. I watched The Shining and immediately had to tweet it out. So
Oh
maybe
my
that's
God.
my content now.
It's my favorite horror movie.
It's good.
Oh, gosh. Thank you very much for all of the antics today. And I do apologize again for bringing too much of the real life into our fantasy life for today.
I can improv a server.
Yeah.
I've been doing it since I was 14. Let's go.
Oh. Dresse, played by Parallax Stella, our resident goblin energy, I guess? Is that?
I'll take it.
Where can we find you on the internet?
Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, IGN.com. I stream pretty much every night. I will be playing the Battlefield preview that comes out tomorrow, or the beta. And your girl will also be on the review for Battlefield 2042, so look forward to that. I guess that's like the most recent thing that I'm gonna be doing. So, and tearing up Joel's games and making him mad that I brought up a thing that I'm not supposed to yet. So yeah.
I don't care. I don't even care. I don't even. Yeah.
You sound like you don't care.
I don't even care.
We
Yeah.
just added like 20 hours to his work week.
It's fine.
I know I did.
Like I have time.
Yeah, we weren't supposed to reveal that yet. But
Cool. You guys better get ready then. You got 2 weeks to come up with how you died.
Oh.
Good luck. Thank you for today. I appreciate that. And Thaddeus McCormick, played by the Phenomenon. Please
Hello.
tell us where we can find you.
You can find me on twitch.tv/phenomenon. I will be playing Conker's Bad Fur Day this week
Oh God.
yes.
The
on
classic.
Thursday and Friday. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
And Sunday, Monday, Star Ocean 2 and PS1 Challenge Run. And potentially more Pokemon on Saturday. Except it's different. It's a ROM hack. It adds every single Pokemon ever made in Fire Red and a built-in randomizer. It's
Damn.
actually better than any Pokemon game I've ever played, surprisringly.
Damn. All right.
And that's my cat.
Hell yeah.
Aw.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And I'm Runaway Robot. If you're here, you know who I am, so I'm not even gonna bother. This was awesome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the lovely support this evening. If you would like to play in the game that I designed, please go over to patreon.com/DieFall. It's the only thing I'll plug ever again. This was fantastic. I had to improv so much out of my ass tonight, but this was great. This was fantastic. And now you have dogs and a death knight. And these deck of many draws are wild. I love it.
Yeah.
There's something else. So chat, thanks for this.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Thanks for this. Thanks for sticking around. We'll probably raid someone here, but that's it for us tonight. So goodbye.